What's going on to you Virgos out here? Hopefully y'all are having a great day, right? Good morning. Just in case if you see this in the morning time, it's morning for me. But you Virgos have the Four of Wands, the the Ten of Pentacles, and then you Virgos also have the Queen of Wands. So, okay, so long story short, what I'm seeing here is you Virgos are quite content with your relationship status, your relationship disposition. Again, a lot of you are single and a lot of you are happy about being single. You know, somebody in my comment section said that they had to come back to this video and either watch it the first time that they're referring to or maybe watch it again, right? Maybe they may have watched it again and they say, okay, now it made sense a couple of days later. And I was like, right, you know, so thankful for that. But this is where it is that you Virgos stand. You know, a lot of you, your disposition is different in the sense that you understand why you have to be single. You know, a lot of people are broken. You know, a lot of people are broken. Um, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, you'll try to legitimately try to find out if a person maybe has, a little bit wrong with them, but they are salvageable. And a lot of the times you'll come to find out that they're not. So, you feel like it's a waste of your time. And so the Queen of Wands right here speaks to how this person, this person and how they are, which is them giving you trouble or them not necessarily really trusting you to really do the right thing in the first place. And it's like, again, why is it that they're even with Virgos in the first place if you don't think that, if they don't think that we're going to essentially do the right thing? And yeah, a lot of us be on some stuff. We could be on some mischief where we out here doing dirt. But then when they get, Virgos and stuff like that want to do the right thing or whatnot, that don't have a problem doing the right thing, how come they don't be taking those people seriously, right? They look to treat those people like trash, right? And again, this is why it is that a lot of us Virgos be single, because either we're getting down into the game, right? And we participate in the game, and that's the reason why it is that we single, or we don't be participating in the game. And the reason why we're single is because whatever it is that we present to somebody, we get the exact opposite, or we get, I could say the exact opposite, but we get what it is that we don't want to get. So in other words, we find out that when we're in the game and we're treating people like trash and we're kind of nice, but not really, and we just treating people like trash and trying to humiliate somebody, right? It's sadomasochistic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know how it is. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's when it is that they're the most loyal to us. But then when we out here and we're not necessarily really, we're not really, being out here living foul, treating people like trash, that's when people want to, again, like Pisces, dump their nonsense onto us. Because remember, like Pisces represents the dump, right? The garbage dump, right? That you used to see back in like the 90s on television shows, right? Pisces also represents garbage, right? Now, I'm not saying that Pisces are garbage. I'm talking about themselves. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Pisces people are trash and trying to, trying to like disrespect Pisces. What I'm trying to say is that people dump the most amount of stuff onto Pisces, even more so than they do even Capricorn. So Pisces and Capricorn and stuff like that, those are the zodiac signs, right? Virgos, Taurus, those are the zodiac signs that be getting people trashing on them and bagging on them, right? And giving them like issues and stuff like that. And so, and consequently, even the people that we choose to hang around that share value systems like us, or share traits to us and all of that stuff, those would be the people too that gets bagged on and trashed and treated and looked at as low class or trash. Now, why that's important is because we be trying to essentially do the right thing and all of that. We be trying to essentially do the right thing and all of that. But, this is, like I said, our love life is our weakest point of our lives, because the Three of Pentacles and the Sun card, the Three of Pentacles speaks to how it is that, we really be wanting somebody to actually care, but has some of the capabilities that we do, where these are people who are just, you know what I'm saying? Like they just, they not like, people goof on us, but it's the truth. Like, people who have some of the things that us Virgos be having, they can see, they can just, you know what I mean? Like, they have the ability to think long term. You know what I mean? They at the bare minimum. I'm not saying that they, got to do what it is, exactly what it is that I be doing, but where I see into the future and all of that. But it's more so about, like, they gotta have the ability to think long term and not be intellectually dishonest about it. But a lot of people, you Virgos, come to find out that just a lot of people be intellectually dishonest. So that ends up proving itself to be a problem, because the Three of Pentacles and the Sun card, that's what it is that we be looking for. We look for people who are like that, and we, that's what it is that we want. But what I'm starting to realize is that that's a weakness of ours, because I'm not saying that it's a total weakness where we got it wrong. We should look for people that, you know what I mean, share similar value systems to us. But at the same time, I'm starting to realize that that could be used against us, because a lot of people, a lot of people will literally fake like there's something that they're actually not, in order to get close to us, right? We call them chameleons, but they fake to be something or someone that they're actually not. And it's terrible, because why would somebody want to fake their whole personality and their whole value system just to get close to us, only for them to be upset with us later? I don't see the point of a person wasting their time and their energy doing that. But that's the stupidity in it. So then you have the Scorpio energy and the Judgment, right? And like this card right here, this other card, which is the Eight of Wands, right? A lot of 8 energy. This speaks to how a lot of rebirth and stuff like this. So this is about how you Virgos basically, you don't get caught up with that. You're not getting caught up with that. You're gonna move forward as usual, because what I'm seeing here overall is that you Virgos, you walking away from a situation that you were in. You and a person were connected with each other, and all you Virgos wanted to do was just bring clarity to a situation. You as I said before, like, you wanted to rip the Band-Aid off. You wanted to make sure that you ripped the Band-Aid off. There was no you and this person being connected to each other, or and there's no point of that. But the catch 22 to the whole thing is, that's how it is that a lot of you Virgos been on. A lot of you Virgos been on that type of time where, this is what you've been doing, right? Like, you've been ripping the Band-Aid off. And what I mean when I say ripping the Band-Aid off, I mean, like, just getting to the point. If a person doesn't want to talk to you, don't talk to you. If a person wants to, like, don't flip-flop and start acting a different kind of way. But people keep changing their personalities around you Virgos, and it's just odd, because people be acting brand new. So the things that the Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords, right, speaks to how, a lot of you a lot of you Virgos, this is why it is that I was saying that, like us Virgos be needing to rip the band-aid off. Because remember, we're the exact opposite of Pisces. So people be moving weird, right? They just be wanting one, they just want something short term, but then at the same time, they still be trying to put themselves into connection with us. And it's like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing all that wrong. It's like, listen, follow through. It's like you not respecting either position. You either gonna throw me away, right? Like they either gonna throw you Virgos away or they're gonna keep you. But see, that's the stupidity. It's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna keep your number in my phone and all of that. I'm gonna keep your number in my phone and all of that. But even though I'm gonna keep your number in my phone, I'm gonna act like I'm tight with you. I'm gonna act like I'm upset with you if I see you face to face. And it's like, why you got your number in my phone? Why they got your number in their phone? Then if that's the case, why are they keeping it? Like, throw it in the trash can. Throw that in the trash can. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like they out here almost like they don't know what to do. And that's what the Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords is. The Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords is us Virgos being okay with dealing with our heartbreak. We're not the ones that's wishy-washy and all over the place and we act like we don't know where it is that we going. We want other people to be able to decipher where they themselves are going. That's the thing. Because they don't even really be knowing. People dislike to hang around us. People be mad at us, but and dislike us and talk all trash. You know how much trash I done as a Virgo? You know how much trash people done talked about me? I done had friends at the time call me and let me listen in. And I've talked about this on people's phone calls that they haven't. People will talk about me and I ain't seen these people in 4 or 5 years. I ain't even have any kind of communication. I don't have these exchange these people's numbers, any of that. And they talking trash about me or whatever the case may be. And it's like, you still gotta finish. It's like, maybe you finished high school, maybe you didn't. It's like, but you got your own thing going on. What you talking about me for half? You know what I'm saying? Around half of a decade later, around there, like 3 or 4 or 5 years later. It's like, what you doing talking about me that amount of time? Go live your life. I ain't even seen you. I ain't even been around. What you doing? And it's the same kind of scenario with you Virgos. It's like people will throw y'all in the trash can. Oh, you Virgos are trash. Talk trash about y'all. All of that. But then it's like they'll have your number in their phone. They'll think about calling you when you're by yourself. They'll call your number under unknown. You'll pick up the phone. It's like, what? Who is this? Then they'll put down the phone. Like, what? But then they got mad smoke. It's like, what are y'all on? So it get weird. It get real weird. It gets stalkerish. So let's clarify. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Leap of Faith, 9 of Ariel, 9 of Michael, the Lovers, and then you have the 10 of Gabriel. That's my point. Like the Leap of Faith, the 9 of Ariel, and the 9 of Michael speaks to how they need to be more brave and actually just pick a side. If they're gonna play this role like they dislike you, then they just look they too inconsistent because they don't really have a real reason to not really like you, Virgos. Right? If you were dealing with somebody, they don't really have a real reason not to like you. But they're gonna play this little silly game where they gotta find a reason not to like you. They gotta come up with a reason not to. They gotta make something out of nothing, which is stupid because why fabricate something? Like, why would a person go out of their way to make problems with another person? Like, why go out of your way? Like, why be inauthentic to go out of your way to have a problem with somebody? That makes no sense to me. But maybe it may make some sense to you, Virgos. I don't know. Then you have the Lovers in the Ten of Gabriel, which is, we did our part, but they're thinking about it though. That's the catch-22 that they can't seem to get out of their head. It's the fact that they're thinking about how you Virgos gave to them or whatnot. And again, they're thinking about that. They're thinking about that quite a lot, how they can't, like, you Virgos will never know how much you caring about them, the way that you may have impacted them. And this is what it is I was trying to say, that like kindness goes a longer way than what you think. Like, you be out here saving people's lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have no clue how close people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even gonna continue that sentence, but like, it's the truth though. You really don't know how far being, you know, kind to somebody really goes. The Ten of Gabriel speaks to how, and they know that. And that's part of the reason why they had to make you dislike them. But it's stupid, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that has to deal with it, right? And now what could have been a beautiful relationship doesn't get started because of it. And then let's clarify the Ten of Cups. So to clarify the Ten of Cups, right, you have the Six of Michael, Six of Gabriel, King of Gabriel, Three of Ariel, and then you have the Seven of Ariel, right? So these cards right here for you, Virgos, is about how they desperately want your attention, you know, and they wish that they had it. But it's a situation where, like I said, they won't go for it, you know. The Six of Gabriel and the King of Gabriel, so they'll always, unless they decide themselves to get off of that type of mentality, it's always going to be a duplicitous thing, right? Where it's untrustworthy either way. Spaz out on you, but then want to be around you and all of that. So it's a scenario where, hold on a second. It's a scenario where, give me a few minutes. It's a scenario where the two of you are in a situation where they'll always have a problem with you no matter what, right? Like, no matter how much kindness and stuff like this you be having, they still gonna find a reason or whatnot to have a problem with you, no matter what. Whether it's, what'd you say? All right. I'm just in here making videos. Yeah. So they're gonna have a problem with you either way, like I was talking about, right? Like, it goes right back into what it is I was saying about you Virgos needing to understand that some people, right, they'll kind of do certain things for you, but you can't really get too close and personal with them, because it's like they're working with double minds. Because on one hand, it's, yeah, they'll do certain things for you, but then on the other hand, once you start getting a little bit close to them, it's like they start freaking out, and you can't really do anything with a person who's going to be on that type of time. The Three of Ariel and the Seven of Ariel speaks to how you Virgos pretty much are in a situation where, yeah, so it's a situation where, like I said before, like, this is more so about, so you Virgos just really got to get with people who are really on your type of time, who ain't on some you know, some self-loathing type of mentality, right? People who, you know what I mean, that's really the answer to that stuff, you know. People are really just trying to cover up the fact that they really don't really rock with themselves, and they'll try to say all types of stuff, and it's like, you Virgos, you trying to live as truly or as transparently as you possibly can. If a person don't rock with you, my gosh, why why a person do themselves a disservice? Just stop rocking with you and get on with the rest of their lives and live their lives. Like, why volunteer to do something that they don't have to do at all? They are adults choosing the people whom they hanging around. They choose to hang around you, but then they lying, acting like that's not what it is, circumstances. They could do it by themselves. They could go in it alone. They could choose to be single. It's like, no, but the lie that they'll tell is that being single is even worse than being with you. Making no sense, because they would rather, that goes to show you how desperate they are. They would rather, according to them, they would rather be with somebody whom they don't even like, according to them, than just be single. But the attitude that some of these people put on, you would swear or promise, or you would be fully convinced that they need nothing or no one. The way that they prance and, you know, around and act like they're just you know, they don't live in glass houses. It's like, but they seem to not be able to live single though, you know, or live as a single individual though. You know, a person who has internal strength, it doesn't matter if they're in a relationship or if they're single, they will have some form of strength to be able to live either or. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.